So for some reason, I was banned from Amazon. Not from like shopping on Amazon, but from selling on Amazon. Hello, I'm Echo, just in case you're new here. My Amazon KDP account got terminated. What? So for the handful of you who have noticed that my sketchbook and my coloring book are no longer available on Amazon, that's why. This is such a weird thing. I don't think anything like this has ever happened to me before. How do I even begin this? So Amazon has multiple different ways that you can sell things on their platform. You can sell them as like an Amazon seller, whatever, a vendor, I don't know what it's called. I don't do any of that stuff. But then they also have this very accessible thing called Amazon KDP, which is Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. And it essentially gives independent authors access to selling books on Kindle. Amazon was originally an online bookseller, and I kind of feel like that's why KDP exists. It's so that they can connect more to their history of online book selling. But this also is a thing that allows independent authors to self-publish and sell on Amazon. With Kindle Direct Publishing, there's like two main ways that you can sell your books. You can sell them as like just read-only for Kindle, or you can actually have Amazon print them and sell physical copies. As a person who makes content on the internet but who does not like to ship t-shirts, I work with a variety of companies like Teespring to have them make merchandise that I have designed and then sell that merchandise on their website. Lots of YouTubers do this, basically anyone who doesn't have a person to run their store, because running an online store is a lot of work. So if you can work with a company that actually does that and then just share profits with them, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. I don't have to worry about figuring out how to print mugs, and they don't have to worry about the marketing and designing aspect of the business. However, one product that a lot of these companies don't do is books, which, if you are like an artsy illustrator person like me, would be really nice. On my KDP account, I basically only sold 2 items. I had 3, but there was one that I never really announced because I wasn't really happy with it, and it was something that I really made for me. Basically, I wanted a gratitude journal. I couldn't find one in a format that I really liked, so I made one, and then I made a cover for it that I didn't really like, so I wanted to fix that before I announced it on this channel. Because most of my content focuses around drawing and illustration, I had made a coloring book and a sketchbook that were available through Amazon KDP. That way I could sell a product on Amazon, which is a huge online marketplace that you have heard of, I'm sure. Most people use it, if not a lot of people use it, and so having something on an incredibly accessible platform is just really good for making money and not starving. It just makes sense as a person who runs a business to try and make your products as accessible as you can, and Amazon is a marketplace that a lot of people have access to and use on a regular basis. I'm not a huge fan of Amazon and some of their business practices, but it's a marketplace that a lot of people use. To be clear, all of this content was fully my own. I was not violating any copyright law with any of this. In fact, all of the art that was done in this, apart from the line art, but the base sketching, like all of the planning, all of the decision making, was done live on Twitch with my Twitch viewership. The coloring book that I made was an anime girl coloring book because I like drawing anime girls, it's fun, and a lot of people like anime girls. This book is fully my own content, as far as I know. If I'm somehow violating some copyright, I have no idea. I'm currently working on uploading all of my old VODs, including some of those live streams, so those will be publicly accessible soon, if they aren't already. The sketchbook that I was selling on Amazon was this. It's Chewy Bunny Eating Ramen. It is a matte hardcover sketchbook. It's a very basic 40-page sketchbook. I kept the page count kind of low because I wanted to be able to do these monthly, and then I wasn't drawing enough. I need to draw more. And the cover is a white rabbit eating ramen. Again, fully my own design. I drew this myself. Although this white rabbit character is kind of generic, I have been drawing this bunny, which I call Chewy Bunny, since 9th grade. This character is in like the very first sketchbook tours on this channel, to the point where I even had plushes made. Again, I know it's kind of a generic character. I drew it when I was in 9th grade, but people really liked it, so I kept drawing them. The reason that it's a bunny eating ramen is because on Amazon, there are so many t-shirts and sketchbooks of cats eating ramen. I thought it was a funny format, so I kind of memed it a little bit, but with my character. If the content in the 3 items that I was selling on Amazon were all original and I wasn't violating any copyright, why did my account get terminated. Well, according to the email that they sent me, it was associated with an account that had already been terminated, which I don't understand. I have never had a KDP account before this. This is the only one I've ever had, and I only had 3 things on it. Like, I obviously wasn't pumping out spam. Here's why I think that they think that I am someone else. So on Amazon, if you search anime coloring book, you will get a bunch of these like garbage, like spam coloring books. Something that some scammers will do is that they will make a KDP account and then take a bunch of random anime stills, trace them, and then market it as an anime coloring book. But it's all stolen imagery, it's just spam. Sometimes they'll mark it as like, not safe for work. Ooh, coloring book. Like, all over the place. It's also very low effort to make because it's just a bunch of tracing. There is also a plethora of sketchbook spam. People will take a bunch of random images, either that they make or clip art or things that they find online, and then just slap it on the cover of a sketchbook and then sell it on Amazon. They're called low content books, but sometimes people will use Amazon KDP to just spam as many of them as they can. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those accounts do get terminated for spamming non-content. Actually, there was 4 books. There was one more that was a bunch of patterns and textures all in the color pink, and I was going to order a copy so that I could make a video with it and then announce that it existed, because I didn't want to announce it until I had actually tried working with it. The thing that frustrates me about this is that if Amazon didn't like the content that I was selling, whether it's like generic coloring book or sketchbook, I would have preferred that they just told me and like taken it down, and then maybe I could try and make something that is like higher quality. But the fact that they terminated my account for supposedly having a terminated account already is particularly frustrating, because now it means that I can't make another account because I have had one terminated, even though it was terminated for no real reason. I feel like I need to search on YouTube because I wouldn't be surprised if this happens to other people. My hope is that maybe they're just being like abundantly cautious and trying to remove spam, and my account just got caught up in the mix. There was the option to appeal. I sent them a message saying this is the only KDP account I have ever had. My hope is that by making this video, I can send this along with an appeal and just show them that like I am just a person who is just trying to sell a coloring book and a sketchbook on my art channel to people who might want to buy it. I'm not spamming Amazon with garbage. I'm not violating someone else's copyright. I'm just existing, and I have never had another KDP account. They responded to my email, told me that they were going to take 5 business days to look deeper into this matter. My hope is that if I can just send them something like this, maybe screenshots of my live streams, I can show them that I am not just a person spamming Amazon. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, it will be resolved. I will let you guys know in an end note or in the description, maybe the comments, just somewhere letting you know what happened. I'm mildly annoyed, but also not surprised. These companies are working with unfathomable amounts of data that things like this are sometimes going to slip through the cracks. I tend to not blame large companies for having algorithm problems, as long as they have human beings there to correct what the algorithms are messing up. I think if it wasn't for systems like this, Amazon would be like 90% spam. So I do understand. I just want the issue resolved. If it does get resolved, please buy one of my coloring books or my sketchbook, or maybe just consider joining my Patreon. Unless something happens with them too, because who knows what platform is going to break down next. It could be any one of them. It could be this one. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and say that really quick. I have been working on other things, like my gardening channel. I've just been really into plants, and I need to sit down and draw more, but I'm just really into plants right now, you know? That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to jump on here and let you know that if you wanted to buy my coloring book, you can't, because Amazon said no. I'm being snarky, I don't mean to be. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Hopefully I will see you later. Please subscribe. Goodbye. I'm so tired of the internet. Technology, why?